All right, morning. Back out in the garage. We're gonna cut out a memorial sign for my cousin's Corgi named Libby. She recently lost her, so she asked me if I could do this, and so that's what we're gonna do today. It's a Corgi silhouette with some floral cutouts within the drawing, similar to an earlier video I did with the dachshund, and it's got the name Libby on it. Pretty good size cutout, so it approaches the limits of the Arcdroid, and which shows reminded me the importance of running a dry run. So with the torch off, you hit play and watch it do the cut. And what actually happened to me is when it's cutting the ears, you'll see they're at the top of the material. It actually hit a limit switch, which tells the Arcdroid you're out of range and it'll stop the cut. And that's a good way to ruin some metal. The other thing is, as you go to the outer edges of your drawing, especially on a larger cutout, you need to make sure that the torch cable is loose enough that it can actually reach the material. So remember, the Z-axis is where how it senses that it's on the metal. So it goes down, touches the metal to find the level, backs off, and then cuts. If this is too tight, it'll think that it hit the metal, but it might be a ½ inch off the material, so you're gonna get a bad cut. And I've had some of those on some of these videos you've probably seen, or if you haven't, go back and look. I've got some mistakes. But so I ran the dry run, a couple of them, and we're in good shape there. Materials level. So my table's a fold-up table, so sometimes it's not perfectly level. And I find just having some scrap metal to shim underneath it. The other thing is the bars build up material, so you know it's not perfect every time. But you can shim it up with scrap metal from prior cuts, get it level, make sure you're not driving the torch into the metal or pulling away from the metal as you're cutting. Anyway, that's some of the stuff I've seen, and I think I'm good to go here. Clean consumables, brand new, and this is 16 gauge again. The primal cut 60 will be set at 30 amps and 75 pounds of air, and I'll bring you over and show you the settings, but they're very similar to the last video when I cut out the heart. But yeah, let's get this cut out. All right, so there's the Corgi silhouette loaded with all the flower cutouts, and as you can see, it's very close to the ranges of the Arcdroid. So let's see, there's the settings. Common, I use the very similar ones for 16 gauge all the time. Whoops, what did I just do? Nothing. All right, so here we go. We'll get it all set up, and we'll cut it. Turn the torch on, and here we go. Let's run it and see what happens. Alright, so it looks like the drawing or the cutout came out pretty good. Looks like a Corgi to me. There we go. Libby the Corgi. There we go. Just get that little cleaned up, and I'll put some pegs on it to stick in the ground so she can stick it out in her yard. Alright, so you can see it wasn't perfect. If I were to use this drawing again, I'd probably spend some more time and make these divisions in the flower a little bit wider. Like this one broke. It looks fine though. I mean, I did spend some time doing that, but I probably should have made them even wider. And the other thing is this weird, call it scalloping or chatter or whatever. It's kind of made a knife edge instead of a clean cut. And it happened in a couple of places, so I'm not sure exactly what cuts that or causes that, but if you know what it is, put a comment in the down below the video and let me know, so maybe I can fix it. But the strange thing is this cut here started here and went around, and it actually cleaned up. So maybe it's air pressure. I don't know. I don't know where their compressor was running or when it was running. So anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and I'll weld some sticks on the bottom of it so she can stick it in her garden and remember her dog. Alright, so that finishes up the tribute piece for Libby the Corgi. I cleaned up some of that rough scalloping edge with a Dremel tool. I mean, not ideal when you're using a plasma cutter. You wouldn't, you know, a CNC plasma, you wouldn't ideally have to clean stuff up like that, but I did. It'll be good for this. If anybody knows what's causing that, please leave a comment down below and I'll see if I can address it. Maybe I'll make a video about it. I'll do some research myself, but if you know, it'd be great if you leave a comment and tell me. So this design was a clip art silhouette of a Corgi and a clip art flower arrangement. So I brought the flower arrangement in and took it apart and made individual little paths out of it. Brought the silhouette in and placed the flowers on the silhouette. Added the name, added a little pattern or the bar across the bottom, added the name, and there you go. Pretty simple process. Anyway, hopefully you got something out of that. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I enjoy the comments. And also, just a reminder, the store's open. You can buy a hat or a shirt or whatever, but more importantly, you can buy some of the drawings that I do. This one's probably not going to go out there, but the squirrel feeders out there, the heart designs out there, and some people are downloading them and using them and getting some good feedback. So if you're interested, there's a link in the comment and go check it out. Until next time, thanks for watching.